What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this week's edition of Nerd and the Jerk. Better late than ever. We welcome you to the show that takes you to a magical tropical island. But don't be upset if when the zombie apocalypse arrives that you get tripped because you're slower than us. I am the nerd, Dave.
And I'm the jerk, the original jerk. Liberals suck and New Jersey rules.
There you go.
Actually, Jim, New Jersey doesn't rule. I don't ever remember expressing that opinion. I don't know why, but I will say this: Massachusetts certainly does suck.
I agree with Jim that we're going to have a jerk off at some point. You two are going to have to participate in a jerk off. It's got to happen.
Yeah.
Imagine the headlines now. Tommy C. Jim, jerk off of the ages.
Challenge. So the jerk off challenge.
Hey, did you guys hear Tommy C and Jim are going to jerk each other off? What the fuck is going on?
Off challenge. It's a jerk off challenge.
It's not a jerk off challenge. It's a jerk off challenge. You have to take the breath.
Yes.
So we're a little late this week with our show.
Well, I apologize. I'm probably mostly responsible for that. Because
I wasn't going to throw you under the bus at all, dude.
No. I'm probably mostly responsible for that. We kind of misplayed, and then the idea was to do it Sunday, and then that didn't work for you. So it's like 60-40 my fault.
Sure. If we're assigning blame, that's probably the way to go.
Because I slept in, and then the other time you didn't realize you double, triple, quadruple.
Well, I always have so much stuff going on, but it's not a big deal. We got it done. We're having it right now. And from now on, you will see Nerd and the Jerk. Whether we film it on Friday or Saturday, it will be on Saturdays from here on out.
Yeah.
The edict is in stone. So, but for today, we've got so much to talk about. We want to do a show regardless because it is a huge week in the realm of the nerd because it's San Diego Comic-Con week, and it's going to be awesome.
No, it's not.
Oh, it is. It's going to be incredible.
It's not going to be awesome. All the comic book movies suck this year. Nobody's going to see movies.
I don't know. Avengers 2 was okay. Ant-Man's getting ready to come out.
It wasn't like Avengers 1 where everybody's like pissing their pants.
No, because they tried to do too much. It really seems like they tried to do too much with the second movie. And
nobody's talking about it. I don't hear anybody talking about it. Nobody's excited. It's bizarre. It's like the worst movie summer ever.
Now we have Ant-Man. But it's kind of funny because of the names of the movies that we've had. We've had Jurassic World, which is like shattering box office records.
Well, that was a guarantee.
Yeah, but it's not even about how many tickets are being sold. It's because it costs $35 to go to see a movie now. So, of course, it's going to set box office records. It's insane. Terminator Genesis just came out. We have all these things that are coming out, and nothing's really seeming to grab the world on fire. And why is that? It's because we're just about 5 months away from Star Wars, and that's the only thing that truly matters.
No, you're wrong. It's not setting the world on fire. It's because, I was talking to my dad yesterday. My dad knows absolutely everything. And it's basically like this. If you're going to invest hundreds of $millions in a film, you ain't doing it with some new idea. No. You're going to go with the old standboys. And we have a recurring thing. Look what we just talked about. Avengers. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's probably the newest one of the lot, at least in the movie realm. Okay.
You can't even really say that. Yeah.
Star Wars. Everything is a rehashed idea.
Yeah.
And yes, you can't get the investors. The movies that have been coming out, and this is somebody that worked in a movie theater just recently. They're awful.
Yeah.
There's nothing original about them. It's getting boring. I really wonder if this particular summer, and I'm not just being the jerk here, I wonder if this is sort of a reckoning to the movie industry. That you're just going to have to come up with something.
No, it's not a reckoning.
I like Star Wars, but no, it's a horrible summer. It's a horrible summer,
I agree. But I mean, as far as I wasn't saying that Lost World was setting the world on fire as far as creativity. I'm saying as far as money.
Yeah, but
it made money.
I mean, all right. Look, Avengers is going to make a certain amount of money, but nobody's like this isn't revolutionary or anything.
No,
Terminator tanked. Let's go through the other list of movies that fucking tanked this year.
Avengers made $1 billion. Fucking Lost World's going to make $1 billion. Terminator Genesis probably not going to hit the billion plateau, but it's going to make money. That to Hollywood is not tanking.
Magic Mike tanked.
Yeah. Well, the first one sucked anyway.
2 movies. This is their load. They spent billions on this shit. They got to get billions back.
What was the box office for Magic Mike? Is that open this weekend, I believe, right?
It tanked. Magic Mike XXL. By the way, and I worked the first Magic Mike, and we had to keep these fat broads out of the building. There were so goddamn many of them. It was like a real Chippendales thing. We got a bunch of fucking drunk, fat chicks. Magic Mike, and now all of a sudden the drunk fat chicks is like, I got something else to do.
Yep.
Which is kind of hard to believe considering they're drunk fat chicks. You think their whole life, it should have been like the World Cup for them.
It should have been the World Cup.
4 years for it. There's nowhere you're going to be.
I can't miss this.
XXL. But no, they found something else to do. What does that say?
Movies suck. It means movies suck, but that pertains to everything except Star Wars. Doesn't pertain to Star Wars.
But I mean, the concept's still the same, and they're probably going to do fine.
Fine? Yeah, they're going to do more than fine because I'm winning this bet.
We have a bet, right?
Yeah, I'm winning this bet.
Yeah, we'll see.
Star Wars will be the highest grossing movie of all time. Oh, it's going to be great. Me and my nerd brethren are going to win this bet.
No.
So we got a lot to get to. We got a lot of great stories, some sadness, some happiness. But we're going to start with, because it's San Diego Comic-Con this week, let's start with a huge thing that is going to make many, many, many people upset going into San Diego Comic-Con. Tommy, I got some really bad news for you.
What?
Selfie sticks have been banned. Yes, selfie sticks have been banned from San Diego Comic-Con. You cannot have them. And they went as far as...
That's a way to get around paying those fucking actors hanging up. Of course, they have them.
Oh, the hipsters are going to be so upset. They're going to be so upset.
I know, they can't get free photos. You're supposed to fucking pay for them.
You got to pay for it, exactly.
That's why those washed up science fiction actors there to begin with. They're literally downloading it for Napster for free. That can't happen.
Can't happen.
These guys got to eat too.
Damn right they do.
There's a lot of people that wore the red shirt on Star Trek to feed their family.
San Diego Comic-Con went ahead and announced this on their page. We know that you want that perfect photo of yourself and the gang at Comic-Con, and your arms just aren't long enough. But please be aware that selfie sticks, GoPro poles, or any other devices that extends your camera or phone away from your hand are not allowed at Comic-Con. With so many people in attendance, protruding cameras or phones sticking up in the air are a definite hazard. If you're caught with a selfie stick, you will be asked by security to put it away and not use it at the Comic-Con. This includes all the convention center, exhibit hall, programming, and event rooms, etc. And on convention center grounds, outside, and any official Comic-Con events outside the center, including the Marriott Marquis, Manchester, Grand Hyatt, Hilton, San Diego Bayfront, and Omni, San Diego Hotels, the Horton Grand Theater, and San Diego Central Library. They did not fuck around. What's that?
You're going to read this as sexual harassment?
They did not. I know. I had to read this entire thing because it's great. It's ludicrously great.
It's horse shit.
I know, and it's wonderful. Look at the lengths.
Somebody's going to drop their selfie stick, and that's going to hit somebody, and then that guy's going to fall into a garbage can, and the garbage can is going to turn on the sink, and the sink's going to fill up with water, and everybody's going to drown.
Fundamentally, they do have a little bit of a point. I haven't been to a San Diego Comic-Con, but I have been to some jam-packed Comic-Cons where there are thousands of people in a room. Now, selfie sticks and GoPro poles, which I've never heard that term, and I think it's fantastic because it sounds so dirty.
Sounds like the jerk off.
Sounds so dirty. It does sound like the jerk off. That's absolutely true. I think it's great. But with those type of devices, you think about it. You have all of those sticking out. You got 2/3 of the crowd that has one. That's a lot of poles being waved around. I mean, it's not a lightsaber fight. Fuck.
It's a lot of dorks that can't fucking keep from hitting people. Sorry.
I don't get this whole selfie stick thing, by the way. Maybe I'm too old. I'm 32. I don't.
The picture looks better.
I guess. But does it really matter that much if you look like the complete asshat that you look like when you have a selfie stick?
Fine, but like walking around with them, I think that's the most difficult part is walking around with the stupid thing.
You know what I can't wait for?
What's
I can't wait for the brilliant nerd who attaches one really discreetly at the end of his lightsaber. Because lightsabers haven't been banned. Lightsabers will be there. Half the goddamn audience is going to have a fucking lightsaber.
Fucking idiots.
Got to ban those too. They protrude.
To ban Comic-Con.
Oh, whoa.
No, people should have something better to do with their time.
You mean like taxes?
Yes.
Or get off your lawn?
No.
How's that?
It's just God. It's just a joke. I think they're the problem. They're the problem with the whole fucking. They're half the problem why the movie industry sucks. Is like give us another comic book movie. Ant-Man. Nobody reads Ant-Man. But you just they do.
Ant-Man looks kind of badass, I gotta admit.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be fantastic.
The trailer looks pretty badass. Yeah, Ant-Man, dude. Paul Rudd, man. Nobody's better at being Paul Rudd than Paul Rudd.
Yeah, it's part of Paul Rudd. Yeah.
Paul Rudd is the Paul Ruddiest of all Rudds.
Never paid fucking Deadpool, which is the only one I really wanted to see.
Oh, guys, see, I have no interest in Deadpool. None.
Deadpool. I read Deadpool growing up. So.
No interest in Deadpool, and I can't stand that Van Wilder douchebag.
He was good. He did play the part well. It just fucked it all up.
Yeah, loved you in Green Lantern, buddy. Thanks for fucking that up.
Well, I mean, like I said, if it wasn't for you douchebags at Comic-Con demanding so much fucking horrible movies, we wouldn't have so many horrible movies.
No, it's Hollywood.
We're getting down to Ant-Man. Think about that. It's going to be Superman, Batman, all right, the X-Men.
I don't know. People said the same thing of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ant-Man. It says everything about the movie industry. There's too many comic book movies. It's getting...
I don't know about that, man. People said the same thing about Guardians of the Galaxy.
That was a good movie.
Damn right it was a good movie.
It was a big surprise it was a good movie.
Hey, Ant-Man's kind of a badass concept when you think about it.
I'll give Guardians of the Galaxy. That's a semi-original idea.
And Ant-Man's not?
Ant-Man's stupid, man. Ant-Man's from Marvel Comics. It's a comic nobody read.
He's a tiny little person that has superhuman strength. It's badass is what it is. It's going to be awesome. You're going to love Paul Rudd, and that's it.
Like Ben Affleck in a fucking Flash outfit.
That's going to be... I can't even tell you how little of a fuck I care about that Batman Superman movie.
Oh, God. You know, it's so funny. I look like I saw Ben Affleck in... because they're going with the old Batman outfit in this one. Like,
yeah, kind of. Yeah, they are.
Kind of. And, you ever see like a kid in Halloween put a Batman outfit on?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
He looks really bulky. Yeah, like the plastic Batman outfit. Yeah.
Couldn't put a guy that looked more uncool. I mean, look, at least George Clooney did a bad Batman, but I mean, fuck, at least
he still did it as Clooney.
Yeah, he did it as Clooney, and he looked like Batman in as far as the suit was concerned until he opened his fucking crazy mouth.
It had nips on it, dude. He did not look like Batman. He had nips.
No, I'm talking about like when he had the Bruce. First of all, he has the Bruce Wayne look down. He could, yeah. I'm not saying that,
he does have the Bruce Wayne look down.
He still looked better than Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck's all stewing and angry, and that he looks like a kid at a Halloween party. It's ridiculous.
I feel bad for Affleck, man. He lost Jennifer Garner. That can't be easy.
Oh, when did that happen?
Just now. It's like happening right now. They're getting divorced.
Fantastic. Maybe he doesn't hold court anymore.
Maybe it's because he can't stop sounding like Batman. Jennifer, I need you to suck my dick.
No.
Batman.
Maybe he's a fucking flaming asshole and was exposed on Wal-Mart.
Very possible. Very possible. Don't say that in front of Kevin Smith.
What?
Don't say that in front of Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith knows he's a douchebag.
He does, but he loves him.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on there. So he'd probably agree with
Kevin Smith has disappointed me. He's no longer fat, and I don't know what to do with that. He was my last bastion for fat hopefulness. He was my last bastion.
Still pretty fat.
No, dude, he looks great.
Let me see.
He lost almost 100 pounds. Look at the picture of him and his daughter.
Some people look better fat. You know?
Oh, yeah, he's one of them. All these fat people who lost a lot of weight, Drew Carey, Al Roker, they all look like they have cancer.
Yeah, I know.
It's horrible.
As a chemo.
Yeah, as a chemo, dude. At least, what's his name? Jonah Hill learned. He put all the weight back on plus 100 pounds.
Oh, he did?
Oh, he looks horrible.
Oh, yeah. He's eating all that. He had a good time with Leo.
Yes, he did. But
he looks kind of good though, skinny.
Oh, Kevin Smith, he does. He doesn't look that bad.
He doesn't look bad. He doesn't look weird.
He's almost 45. He's doing it because he wants to see his daughter, who is gorgeous, by the way.
He looks like a cancer patient, actually.
His daughter's, she's gonna be a beautiful woman, man. She's like 16, 17 now, 15, 16. She's gorgeous.
Ain't his DNA, I tell you that.
No, it's his man-hating wife.
Is that what she still is? Yeah,
that's his words.
Yeah.
I would love to have Kevin Smith on this show because he could tell me on all the ways that I've ripped him off. Because it's many.
I get the reason.
It's many, but that's okay. So
bad skinny. He doesn't look bad.
No, he looks good.
Skinny. No, he looks healthy.
It's still upsetting to me. He was my last holdout.
It's so funny, so he doesn't screw up his lip. You know, he always puts that that knockoff Oilers jersey that either has the
Yeah.
cast on it or Fat Man.
Yeah.
Here's the funny thing. It's like he's putting a T-shirt under the jersey, under the hockey jersey, so he continue to kind of look kind of fat.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's kind of funny.
Because he sort of looks like me when I was 15. The short.
Are you? What picture are you looking at? Are you seeing him and his daughter?
Fucking movie thing. And
You got to see him and his daughter standing next to each other. That's a great picture. And he really looks. That was like 3 weeks ago.
For Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Harley Quinn. Yeah. How awesome is that? Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it right there.
I almost named Alicia Eartha Kitt.
Being like 50 because he dresses like Tommy C.
But he's only 45.
Yeah.
He's only a few years older than you.
A little older than me.
Yeah.
Well, I thought he was 43, 42.
He's 44, I believe.
No, but he's standing in the jean shorts, the bag shorts from the mid '90s.
Yeah.
In a pair of Nikes with no socks.
With his suit jacket on, he has a suit jacket over.
No, it's a hockey jersey.
Oh, well, the one with his daughter. He
is very much into the Edmonton Oiler color.
Blue's a good color sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. But yeah, so Comic-Con bans the selfie stick.
Good. I suppose. I think to beat somebody to death with a selfie stick over there. How about that?
I'm telling you, the first guy who attaches a little attachment onto his lightsaber, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. All right, moving on a little bit. How about some sad news from the world of Sesame Street? I grew up with Sesame Street, man.
So did I, but I mean, what happened? Did Grover have a fucking life?
Sonia Manzano, I should say. She's going to retire from Sesame Street after 44 years. She played probably the most iconic character, non-puppet iconic character on the show, Maria, who ran the repair shop in town. What people don't know about her is she not only was that long mainstay character, but she also has been one of the main writers of Sesame Street and has won an impressive 15 Emmys during her time. And she's stepping down. Will Sesame Street ever be the same?
She still looks good.
She does.
She was an attractive younger woman.
She was.
Her in the 80s when I watched it.
I grew up on it.
Yeah, who cares? I don't care what you grew up on.
It's my childhood.
This is gonna shock the shit out of you. I don't care what. I don't care. No, I don't care about anything.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
It's kind of sad though to see her step away. You know, I mean,
who else is retired? Who's the guy that sang really well? I forget.
On that show, I don't know.
Harry, was that his name?
I only care about Maria. I don't care much more. Do you remember that Big Bird movie? You remember that, where Big Bird got kidnapped?
Yeah.
That was great.
No, it wasn't.
I cannot find that movie anywhere.
What was it called? Big Bird's Day Off or something?
Big Bird's. What the hell was it? I love that movie.
I like Puerto Rican women. I want to see her in the 70s. That's all I can think about right now. I want to look Sonia Manaz in the 70s.
Oh my God. Manzano.
She looks like one of those fiery Puerto Rican chicks.
She always had that high nasally voice a little bit. It was just kind of higher. She's not exactly
and on a chalkboard I grew up with.
Not exactly Rosie Perez, but yeah.
Yeah, she's got that going on. Yeah, I never banged a Puerto Rican chick. All right, that's
what you doing, stupid?
What you doing? That does drive me nuts.
Who is Babe Ruth? White man can't jump. Rosie Perez. When was the last time anybody talked about Rosie Perez?
Oh, you did it here.
It's been a long time.
You got to be an old bag too. That's why I know.
Yeah.
That's what happens to female actresses. They get to be old bags. And nobody wants to talk about them.
It's basically what happens. Yeah.
Remember
when she was a fly girl on Living Color?
Was she a fly girl?
Yeah, wasn't she?
I didn't know that.
That's how she started.
A lot of fucking famous people came from that show.
I don't know.
Including Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, yeah.
Never worked again.
The best part about an all-black cast was the white guy.
Yeah, no. What does that say about the black? No. Jim Carrey sucks.
Yeah, he does now. He's a friggin'.
I would take any of the Wayans brothers over them.
Oh no. Any those Wayans
never understood why that guy was so famous.
Come on, man.
And he gets people killed with his fucking mouth.
His mouth, yeah, but I can't. The Wayans brothers drive me absolutely nuts. All of them. I love Major Payne, but other than that, no.
Payne, It had its. You didn't like drinking your juice in South Central?
No.
That was good.
No, I didn't like White Chicks. I didn't like Little Man. I don't like. Scary Movie sucked.
Little Man was bad. What else? They did stuff before
The
that.
first Scary Movie was good.
Scary Movie. They did that?
Yeah, they did that.
First one? Yeah, I like that.
The first one was good.
That they're up to now.
Yeah.
White Chicks is awful.
White Chicks was awful.
Yeah, White Chicks is like unwatchable.
Well, there was a movie that my wife liked.
Hero. That's pretty brilliant. That was like.
Oh, Blank Man.
That's brilliant.
Blank Man's brilliant.
Yeah.
Blank Man. You know what? I take that back. You know who was better than Jim Carrey? David Allen Greer. Fucking love David Allen Greer.
Real talented. David Allen Greer could do anything.
Super talented guy. Blank Man kicked ass. I love Blank Man. He was good in that.
I still think Jim Carrey's overrated, and he's fucking weird. And he's
you know what? Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind.
Which was Kate Blanchett's movie.
Yeah, but he was still good in it. And Ace Ventura, motherfucker.
Ace Ventura is not a funny movie.
Ace Ventura is hilarious.
No, it's not.
Hilarious.
I totally think it sucks, and I started taking time too. I couldn't understand why anybody laces out, Jim. Everybody laughs in my school. But that's stupid. It's not funny. It's not. There's no joke there. You know, there's no joke there. You're just laughing because this guy has a funny face. What are you, a fucking baby?
But I'm sure you think friggin' Adam Sandler's hilarious.
I don't think Adam Sandler.
He's worse than Jim Carrey.
No, he doesn't look like a baby. He just talks.
What he does the same thing. He does the baboon face all the time. I'm a baboon.
No, he's another one. He's another one.
Terrible.
Now, has Sandler made me laugh more than that other fucking Canadian, that Canuck, that boring Canuck, his chippy tooth? Yeah, I probably like Sandler a little better. But I mean, like everything's like my father hit Adam Sandler like in a nutshell. I mean, he really got it. It's like Adam Sandler always plays a regressed adult.
Yeah,
it's like somebody who's not quite an adult. That's every one of his movies.
Yeah, it is.
He's not quite a grown up.
It's what Seth Rogen tries to do, but Seth Rogen always has to put himself with a hot woman.
Yeah, it's smarter.
Yeah,
Rogen sucks too.
He does.
Yeah,
he makes some funny movies every now and then, but
I don't fuck him and his fucking propaganda horse shit. Swearing the balls.
So now,
how many have you seen, you fucking anti-Semite?
You've got a young daughter who is old enough, or young in that same realm. Does she watch Sesame Street?
No, at least she does.
Oh, really?
I don't know. We watched Independence Day this weekend.
Oh, there you go. You're watching it, or you watched it?
With her, I mean, we watched it when she was.
Oh, you did watch it already.
Oh, Independence Day? Yeah, I watched.
How did that go? Did she like it?
Independence Day? Nah, she fucking
didn't dig it.
She liked the action parts, but that's about it.
Oh no, you did not shoot that green shit at me.
I did like that.
Will Smith is terrible in that fucking movie.
He's terrible, but it's like he's so charismatic and he's so over.
It's so dumb.
Well, wait a minute. That movie was deliberately dumb.
It is deliberately dumb.
That was a movie. It was supposed to feel as much like a 1950s alien invasion film as possible. I mean, that scene when the dog barely escapes death in the subway or the fucking tunnel.
Insane.
It's like so ridiculous.
You know what
my favorite part of that movie is? When the English, and I guess the Iraqis are together, and it's like, the Americans are making a move, and the one European guy, it's about
bloody about bloody time.
The world is waiting for us to save them.
About bloody time. It's about bloody time. What's their plan?
I watched that with two Irish people about 10 years ago, and you could see like the anger just came over them. But it's true. It's true. It's true.
I don't know. I think the best part of that movie, though, is Bill Pullman's presidential speech at the end.
Oh, that's really awesome.
It's awesome.
It's another thing. Anything that pisses off Europeans is going to be fucking
We
great.
will not go quietly into the night.
Fighting for
We'll live on.
It's not against tyranny or oppression.
It's against extermination. I love that. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day. Yeah! Fucking Pullman, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
It is pretty badass.
I like everything about that movie. Except for the dog I could have done without.
Vivica A. Fox drives me nuts in that movie.
Who?
Vivica A. Fox.
Did he marry her? We couldn't figure that.
In the movie?
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah, he married her in the movie.
No. Did he marry her in real life?
No, he married Jada Pinkett Smith, and now they have an open marriage and have sex with other people.
Good for that. I thought they were divorced.
No. They just have sex with other people.
That's what everybody should do.
Yeah. Monogamy's bullshit.
Jada Pinkett Smith, smoking hot. Like that's to tell you, there's nothing like women like they get done off and they're like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna give a blowjob this way, or something I read in Cosmo. It doesn't matter. Like men's sexual. No one woman can satisfy any one man.
Sure.
Yeah, the only thing you can do is hope he controls himself.
Hope. That's right.
That's just it.
Hope that you.
Let's face it. Jada Pinkett's she's smoking hot.
She was.
Well, maybe I don't know what she looks like now, but I mean, Jesus Christ.
She's got a weird neck. She always had that really long neck.
Easy to look at. I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers.
No, I wouldn't either. And she could blow me from the other side of the freaking bed, and that's awesome.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, like, that's not enough to satisfy. Like, there's no woman on earth that can satisfy them.
Kate Upton. I'm going to take the other side of the argument with Kate Upton. I will counter you with Kate Upton because any man.
Is you're looking at it like you're gonna bang her once. You got to put up with her, and then other women. Say,
I would let her shit in my mouth.
That's fine, but after a couple of years, you'll be like, I want the other Kate Upton.
Nope. Kate Upton will satisfy me forever.
No, she won't.
Forever. I would be willing to take that challenge.
The only thing she would satisfy you is you were if she gave you the hint, and she probably would, that she would leave you at any moment. Take all your money. Then you have to.
I have no money, so that's wonderful.
She looks like a child.
Oh God, no! What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures right now.
She doesn't look like a child. What child do you know has friggin' boobs like that?
Fucking tons of them.
No.
Girls.
No. Oh yeah. What does the matter with you? I don't even know what to do with you right now. I'm gonna segue to something. I'm gonna segue to something else before I lose my mind.
Segue to titties.
Now, we're going to go back to a little bit of movie talk, just a tiny bit. James Gunn confirms that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 has a title. And it is...
Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
Yes. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2. I shit you not. It'll be out next February or March 2016.
Why would you announce that? Why don't you just put the fucking trailer out? Like,
yeah, I don't know. It's
story. We're gonna name Guardians of the Galaxy 2 Guardians of the Galaxy 2
Volume 2. Well, it's a play off that mixtape.
Oh, in the movie. See, I was the first 5 minutes of it. I turned it off.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No, I wasn't. It's one of those things. Like it has nothing to do with the movie. Like I was like, this looks really good. I just turned it off because I didn't feel like watching TV anymore.
Badass soundtrack.
Yeah. It looked good.
It's great.
I'm gonna generally think it's good.
You're gonna hate it.
Really?
When you watch it, I'm sure.
Actually, I saw the trailer and when they were like advertising it, and I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
The trailer was freaking awesome.
The trailer's stupid.
Oh my god.
No, but I've heard things about, and the fact that it's like a goof on like comic stuff, which is that's okay with me.
Yeah. You just don't like anything. I don't know what to do with you.
Yeah, it's fucking all dumb. It's stupid. It's just a fucking waste.
Well, I got something real for you that you're going to rage on. I'm sure this will be a lot of fun for you. I got something that you're going to love.
What?
So, Plainview, Texas. Not exactly a state known for tolerance and everything, but a 13-year-old boy by the name of Joshua Patterson was suspended from school after he was caught reading the Bible during recess. Plainview Middle School says he violated school policy by reading the Bible in school. School officials say the student was warned several times that he could not practice religion during school hours, but refused to comply. A letter was sent home to the child's parents, warning them that Joshua could be suspended or even expelled if he continued his behavior. Now, I threw this story in just for you.
It's like so.
Go.
So what he was doing, he was standing up on like a pulpit.
No.
Reading the Bible out.
No.
Oh?
No.
So wait, no, whoa. He was reading the Bible and telling his friends like right next to him and constantly asking them about what's in it.
No.
All right, he was holding signs up, John 3:16, and doing stuff like that. Right?
No.
He was disturbing class, so he was reading it when he should have been doing his social studies.
No. Recess only.
He was reading what you're telling me, Dave, is he's reading the Bible to himself on his own time.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
On his own time during recess by himself away from the other students. And he was suspended for it.
It's a big fucking joke. I mean, if he was reading fucking, Marx, that would have been fine.
Yeah, it would have a problem if it was Mein Kampf, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just like it's whatever's on the bad side of the unpopular political spectrum. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. I mean, I look. I am with the words in that book means nothing to me.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing divine in this world. There's nothing godlike. But I just, here's the thing that most people don't really grasp. And I'm not going to rage about this because this is becoming a common problem.
Yeah.
If these people that you think, you arrogant hipster, you snotty prick that begs women for sex and doesn't really get to live the life that I did because I have confidence. And, if they lose their freedom, you lose yours.
That's right.
And that's really what it's come down to. Their kooky beliefs in virgin mothers and prophets and martyrs solely holds up your right to speak your mind and read what you want to read and say what you want to say. And this is an invasion.
It is.
This is an invasion. I thought separation from church and state, and this is the state getting involved.
It is.
It's just as much protects the church from the state invasion as it does the church being influencing government.
It's wrong and on so many levels. The only thing that he could have done worse is if the Bible was wrapped in a Confederate flag. I swear to God, right now. But
I could almost glass it because that's like, all right, that's being a disruption. I mean, this is a fucking book.
Yeah. If he would have wrapped it in a rainbow flag, however, maybe it would have gone unnoticed. Who knows? I don't know.
Well, in fairness, like sometimes like these kids do shit. They set the shit up to set up a court thing and what have you. Maybe that's what's going on.
Well, this is going to court. The parents are.
They may be. Keep in mind, like, what was that case with the teaching evolution school that went to court? That thing was a whole setup.
Yeah.
They like no one like. I think the worst case scenario for losing the case is like a slap on the wrist, like $100 fine.
Yeah,
maybe the same type of thing.
The school board isn't going after the parents. The parents are going after the school board, because they're trying to protect their child.
People are like, no, you don't believe in that stuff. Nah, just like once they fucking take away their right to read. I mean, look,
you don't have to believe in religion to believe in people's right to practice it.
Yeah,
real simple.
Because it's the right to practice a political ideology, and it's the same thing. That's the way. That's how I see most religions is political ideology.
That's what it is.
There's no such thing as God, So there's no other way for me to.
That's how you process it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And I have been taught since a child, and I've seen examples, and this is something I never thought we'd even talk about. The line's getting gray. I was taught you have to put up the Ku Klux Klansmen and the neo-Nazis in America to protect, people that had libertarian, liberal, and conservative ideas.
Yeah.
But that's not what's happening.
No, they want to wipe them off the map. They want to wipe anybody who's offensive off the free.
They want to wipe out anybody who doesn't think like him, and offensive word they give to it. That's really what it is.
But what the people who are the people who are constantly championing these causes, they're not realizing that the line is going to continue to move. The line's never going to stay stagnant. Something else is going to be offensive soon.
I no longer believe that. I no longer believe that these people are so ignorant that they don't understand the damage they're doing. I no longer believe that. I think they're doing it on purpose.
So you think that?
I think they're authoritarians. I do.
Wow, all of them? Even
no, I think
even the supporters.
Yeah, the supporters are enablers.
That's what I'm talking about. The supporters are the ignorant masses here.
I do believe, especially after watching like things like Gamergate and Anita Sarkeesian and stuff like that, I do think it's deliberate. These are ham-fisted attempts to control speech.
Oh, of course, the people who are doing the agenda, absolutely. But I'm talking about the people who are championing it, the kids who are supporting it.
Yes, no.
They have no idea.
I think attacking them is ridiculous because they're followers.
Well, yeah, but if you snuff out and you show the followers the stupidity of their following, doesn't that end the cause?
Yeah, but not all the followers are just innocent victims.
You're true.
No, I mean, no, I do. I think I'm pro free speech, but except the religious people. I mean, I think there's a lot of that going on, and I think that they're semi-conscious of the fact that you can't just come out and say what I just said.
No.
Then you sound like an authoritarian. I think you get there eventually. I'll give you a perfect example. Wonderful. Clap, clap, clap. Gays can get married. What a ridiculous rule. I mean, marriage is pretty ridiculous to begin with.
The institution, sure.
It's absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, we're weeks away from a lawsuit hearing that the Catholic Church is violating somebody's civil rights.
Yeah.
The Catholic Church, under no circumstances, has to fucking marry a group of people that they feel are sinning just because it's a private organization. Let's look at this completely secular manner. You know, this is a private organization, and they don't accept. They have a certain rule set.
They're a private organization, but they do receive a tax exemption status, and that's what's going to be used.
Well, that's what they'll go for eventually.
Yes, that's what's going to be used as leverage.
Which is dumb as it gets.
Sure.
Consider the kind of money they raise. But I'm not going to even touch on that subject. But I mean, you're going to see a situation where their rights are under threat. Your right not to accept gays in your organization, which, by the way, is shitty. I'll admit.
Well, that's not even the thing.
Not to do it is under threat. That means my political ideology is under threat.
That's not even the issue here, though, because gays are accepted within the organization. The two gay people in question here are suing the church. They are part of that church.
I'm not going to the UK thing. We didn't.
Oh, you're not going to the UK thing.
No. I'm talking about a potential lawsuit.
That hasn't happened yet.
No, because now we're getting off topic. No, a guarantee that the church, for some reason, has to uphold people's civil rights, which they don't. The government has to uphold our civil rights.
Is that going to court already?
No, but I.
Oh, okay. This is hypothetical.
I just start talking about the consequences of this shit, and then when it gets back to the authoritarians, I really believe, at least for the political thing, not for people like you and me that just want to like see a man and a woman get married, and not have any fucking bullshit about it.
No,
okay,
just leave them the fuck alone.
Yeah, leave them the fuck alone. But I really think those political types, those invisible people we're talking about, I think they're the authoritarians, and I think this particular law, where it's sort of founded in love wins.
Yeah, the love wins agenda.
Yeah, it's going to be. You better think like me.
The law should have actually been called.
Hashtag you can't disagree with me.
The law should have been called "Leave them the fuck alone." That's the best law possible.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's stupid. I mean, I'm not a big believer. I know I'm married and everything. I'm a big hypocrite, but I'm not a big believer in the institution to begin with.
Yeah.
I think a man and a woman can look like they're like, all right, we're married, and I'm not going to fuck other people. I mean, that's stupid.
Let's spit in our hand and shake,
folks. Yeah. You know, folks.
Want to make a blood pact?
This has, you know why? Because some of the same people, like in the 60s, 70s, and even 80s, were so vehemently pro-gay marriage, were like attacking the institution of marriage to begin with. So, I mean, and I'm not going to get into who that was or what have you, but it's just that I don't believe they care about like gays getting married. I don't think anything to do with it. I'm talking about the people, the type of people they're going to support and bring this lawsuit up.
Sure, it's the agenda behind it. There's always something else.
We're weeks away from some church organization. Although when they do it to the what do you call it? The who are those jackoffs in the Midwest?
Westboro Baptist.
Except for them, I'm okay with it. They can do it to those guys. But no, I mean, that's a good example actually. That they need to practice. They need to practice their hate. For at very least, so we know the fuck they are. I mean, Westboro Baptist Church, they're crazy.
There's 11 of them. Yeah. They're nuts. Who gives a fuck?
No, and we give them way more attention than they deserve.
Absolutely. Every news crew that goes out and films them, put them on there, all you're doing is empowering them. Yeah. They're imploding on their own. Kevin Smith took care of their daughter. He got her out of there. He took care of it. Leave them. Let them implode.
Yes, a couple of them defected too.
Yeah, the main daughter who was taking over the organization.
He said when the main guy dies, these cults they just kind of fade away.
That's exactly what happens. It's exactly what happens.
I mean, you have to let them. You have to let them their practice. That doesn't say don't go protest and that don't.
You have the right to. Absolutely, you have a right to protest against protesters.
Because then what happens is we're deciding what's hate speech and what isn't, and the power party, whoever happens to be in power at the time, says everything that kind of violates their values is hate speech. So I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and smoothly segue back into the world of the frivolous because it's a safer place. Got a couple of movie topics that I think you're going to enjoy. One. Have you seen the amazing, jaw-dropping trailer for the new Creed movie?
What do you mean Creed movie?
Not with arms wide open. Not that Creed. No, the son of Apollo Creed.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. You have not seen this trailer?
No.
Holy shit. It's incredible. You know what? Hold on one second. I'm pausing this right now. I'm pausing the show right now. I'm pausing. Tommy's going to watch this trailer, and we'll be right back. Tommy has just watched the trailer. He just watched it right now. What do you think?
I'm all for that. Yeah. I'm just such a Rocky mark.
Yeah, me too.
That it could have been totally. It might have been bad.
I don't know. No, it was not bad.
I'm just completely blinded.
No, it's not bad at all. It was good.
You know what? You know what's a little disappointed? Like that you told me that. Like you should have fucking like called me off air and said, just watch this trailer, don't say anything, and then I wouldn't have picked up on it. I would have been fooled when I saw Rocky.
Oh
I would
yeah.
have had one of those. Oh shit! You know. I would have had one of those.
I wish
that's the Creed. Oh, okay.
I assumed you saw it. I mean, it made.
Yeah. I don't.
It made. I posted it. I posted it on my Facebook.
This is the truth. All I read is hockey stuff because everything's geared towards the show, and the rest of the time I'm like floating out of space. Like I don't really. And I have news, and I don't. I just like entertainment news is like the least. On
I know that.
You know, I mean, because it's just. It's frivolous.
It's always on my radar, and this trailer.
This is the show, the nerd and the jerk.
Yes,
frivolous talk for an hour.
This trailer blew me away, man. This trailer blew me away.
It blew me away. It really is just like, yeah, I could do this. Yeah. That's what I felt like it. Which is
I loved it. I thought it was just cool because it had a mix of old and new. It feels like it's going to be a new telling of an old story in a lot of ways. Yeah. I'm really excited about that.
Rocky 5. Yeah.
Well, Rocky 5 was terrible. I'm sorry.
I was at a theater full of black people when I was a kid, and it didn't seem so terrible when everybody was like, "Can't talk about Rocky."
Oh, I hate. I the first time I saw it, I didn't like it.
Yeah, I saw it with a really good crowd.
Oh,
it seemed really great, but everybody hates that. Even Stallone hates that.
It's terrible. It's god awful. Friggin'! But I like Rocky Balboa, so.
Oh, that was awesome.
I like that movie.
He disowned that part of the series. It's just like it was supposed to take place before.
Yeah, he completely just like 5 never happened.
5 never happened.
5 never happened.
Yeah, because like he wasn't talking like
How can you follow up one of the most inspirational movies of all time, Rocky 4, with Rocky 5?
Rocky 4 sucks.
No, you God.
Yeah, it does. It was the time. It was that time.
Oh, talk about how the political ramifications of it were in the movie.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would say too, because Russia was like 2-3 years away from falling apart. No, it wasn't that good. It was the 4. And it
no.
But box office was insane. That's all I was in 2nd grade or 3rd grade when I came out, and everybody's just like freaking the fuck out. Is he Rocky 4? And I always thought it was a very underwhelming film.
I thought it was way better than 3.
Very formulaic. It's better than
way better than 3.
You're insane.
3 sucked.
Sucked?
Yeah, 3 sucked. Let's get Thunderlips in there. Get out of here with that shit. Thunderlips and Mr. T does not a good movie make. I'm sorry.
Kidding me? That's not
no, it goes the order goes 1, 2, 4, 3, 5. And then Balboa you could put after 2 probably.
I think you're just saying that.
1, 2 Balboa, 1, 2 Balboa, 4, 3, 5.
Or shit.
What's that?
And nobody likes a big. I mean, you're talking to a guy that just watched Independence Day. 4 is Americana horseshit.
It's well done Americana horseshit. Yes, it is.
Up a mountain instead of the fucking the museum in Philadelphia.
If you can change. And I can change, then everybody can change. Come on.
No.
I'm questioning your American ideals.
You can change. And a gun to your head at your vacation home.
I'm going to have to see your identification card, sir, because I'm not sure if you're American.
Ugh. Jesus.
But the Creed trailer looks amazing. And I'm excited about that.
Well, and this just in. Yup, Ben Affleck still looks stupid in his uniform.
Thank you for the update.
The other guy looks like Superman. This kid Ben Affleck looks like Ben Affleck.
The other guy does look like Superman. Not better than
the other guy. The other guy looks like, look, that's Ben Affleck in a Batman suit.
I'll still fight to the death that Dean Cain was the most Superman-looking Superman ever. But I don't know.
I like the last Superman movie too. I don't think they're gonna ruin it. They're gonna ruin that movie for me.
The Man of Steel.
Yeah, I think it was good.
Well, going on from a remake or a spin-off to a movie that there will be no remake of, at least for a very long time, Robert Zemeckis came out in an interview and said as long as he and Bob Gale are still alive, that there will be no remake of Back to the Future. Now, this is not just their word. Apparently, there is a clause in the original contract in 1984 that states no remake or sequel can be made without their say-so, at least until they are both dead and gone, at which point, party on. It's probably going to happen immediately. Universal Studios will immediately start casting a new Marty McFly, which will make me sick to my ass. But it will happen as soon as Zemeckis and Bob Gale kicks off. But I find it refreshing that in this era of constant Hollywood retrash garbage,
Who's talking about it?
It's not happening with Back to the Future. Stay away from Marty McFly.
Back to the Future 3 sucked.
Just parts of it I enjoyed.
You're like me with the Matrix.
Parts of it I enjoyed.
No.
I don't know. I like one. I love one, obviously.
I do like Back to the Future 2.
I do like Back to the Future 2 because it says the Cubs are going to win the World Series this year.
I did like Back to the Future 2. I did enjoy the shit out of that. But Back to the Future 2 is just too much.
I like the Old West, man. I like the Old West.
It sucked. They did a bad job.
At points. I can't dispute it. Can't dispute that.
I saw something. It's funny you mentioned Back to the Future. I watched an interview with Crispin Glover.
Oh, really? What's he doing? What the hell's going on with him now?
He apparently, like, I didn't know this, but he was not in the second film. They used his likeness, and if you check the bill, he's not. Crispin Glover's not in it, and apparently all stemmed at the end of the film. It's like Crispin Glover was a young man in the first film. What does Marty get? He gets a truck, right? Yeah, Jeep or the thing he always wants it. And Crispin Glover spoke up and said, like, I really think I don't like the idea for the ending of the movie. Mm-hmm. And like, why? It's because then it's commercialism, propaganda. You know, that's because he uses the word propaganda. If you ever listen to fucking Crispin Glover, watch him butcher the word, or at least the context of the word, propaganda. It's hysterical. But I mean, so he told Robin Zemeckis, and he told us, like, I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable. It kind of feeds the corporations.
Oh God, you're making a movie, dickhead.
I listen to this whole thing, so I'm fascinated because it's Crispin Glover. He just shit all the time, you know. And I'm watching all this stuff, and he believes all this bullshit, lock, stock, and
sure.
And then I'm starting to realize, wow, this is why this great actor has not worked more, because
he's nuts.
He's a wart in the ass of progress. But here's the thing. Here's where he was right. That's a bunch of fucking self-entitled bullshit. Not self-entitled, but self-righteous bullshit.
Self-righteous bullshit.
Yeah, self-righteous. But here's what I found out. He was not contracted in for a sequel.
Oh.
Because of his personal beliefs, which, by the way, I respect.
Sure.
He could not be a part of Back to the Future 2, so they had to use his... and they didn't want him using his he told them no likeness either, which they completely violated. Just didn't listen.
Well, I mean, I don't know. They used.
He filed a lawsuit and won.
He filed a lawsuit and won over that.
Won.
Wow.
A lawsuit and won because you can't do that. You can't just take somebody's likeness and stick it in the film. And I mean, they left him off the. He wasn't on the bill, and just without his permission, he didn't get paid for it. No, you can't do that.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. What they did was, if I remember correctly, they basically replayed parts of the first movie, right? They showed
needs to get paid for.
Yeah,
he did not give his permission, and it wasn't like a Bill Murray thing where he had to do a Ghostbusters 2 eventually.
I'm surprised he didn't get paid for it. Why wouldn't they pay him?
Well, I mean, I think he gets because he wasn't in the movie. He told him he said they have to ask his permission.
Yeah,
even if he doesn't get paid, they got to ask him, and he said no likeness. I'm not in the film. Don't put my name in the damn on the in the credits.
Yeah.
Said, no, and they said, you know what? We can eat any lawsuit he can give us, and they could, because it's Back to the Future, one of the biggest grossing films of all time.
Sure.
And he sued them and he won, according to his interview with Opening.
And I remember he had absolutely zero nothing in the third movie.
Yeah, he didn't want to be in the second movie because already got a car at the end of the first one.
That's so stupid.
Not stupid. But I will stick up for him on principle.
Sure, he has the right to say whatever he wants, and just like
right when his likeness is used. I mean, that's his money, man.
Absolutely, but as far as like him not wanting to be in it because of a commercialized reason or
like putting me in a movie where I come to terms with how healthy socialism is for.
Oh God!
I mean, that would make me insane.
Yeah, but if you were being a pain in the ass and the movie and the movie company didn't want to put you in the second movie,
I would make fun of Crispin Glover. I mean, I wouldn't be a pain in the ass and shit like that.
He looks like he's a pain in the ass.
I might, if I see, I don't really think that was overtly. See, he believes in like subliminal propaganda and shit.
Didn't he also have raging drug problems after he was supposed to be like this huge? I remember I watched it a while ago. I haven't seen it in a long time, but wasn't there a time when he was supposed to be the next big thing and he really bought into it. He became a cock. Wasn't there like a video of him being a dickhead or something?
No, well, he did some crazy on Letterman, which nobody knows if it wasn't.
Oh yeah, the Letterman thing. That's right. Yeah. That's right. But the best thing Crispin Glover ever did was his character in Friday the 13th, the final chapter.
No, the best thing he ever did was a movie with Keanu Reeves called River's Edge.
The River's Edge was good, but Friday the 13th was the shit. Final chapter. He got to screw a really hot twin.
Oh, did he really?
Yes, he did.
Really in this movie?
Well, he was really in this movie. Yeah.
You want to hear hilarious acting by Crispin Glover?
Yes.
Oh, here we go. This is some voice. This is a great. By the way, I tell you something. Don't be turned off by the scene. It's the character, and it is a lot of overacting and stuff like that. But it's. I'll give you Ione Skye, Daniel Robards, who's a fucking really underrated fat actor. Keanu Reeves is in this. The only movie he was actually ever good in. This is an amazing film. It's called River's Edge. It's one of the best crime films ever made, or movies about crime, I should say.
And they were like, "Hey, let's do a little bit of Stand By Me, but take it different places."
Good. This is really good. It's Stand By Me with an edge.
It is Stand By Me with an edge. Exactly what it is.
I think I'd at least rate a Michelob.
Don't be an ingrate.
You're calling me an ingrate?
Hold on a second. Let me turn that up a little bit.
Yeah, turn that up.
Yeah, turn that bitch up. Here we go. All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
Don't be an ingrate.
You're calling me an ingrate?
I never asked you to do it, Lane.
Friend doesn't have to ask a friend. Do something like that. Oh, it's warm even. You don't even care, do you?
I ain't drinking it.
About yourself, you dumb fuck. How do you expect other people care about you? It's people like you. They're sending this country down the tubes. No sense of pride, no sense of loyalty, no sense of nothing, man. Why do you think there's so many fucking welfare cases in this country? Why do you think it is that Russia's gearing up to kick our asses, man?
Drink your beer, Lane.
No, I won't drink my fucking beer. I'm talking here. These things are important to me. And believe it or not, you're important to me.
Look at that.
Son of a bitch. Duck down.
Hope they don't upset Anto.
Duck down, goddammit. You want to...
The great Crispin Glover.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He's just...
That's the thing, you know. I'm willing to put up with his bullshit, his conspiracy bullshit, because I'm absolutely in love with him.
You are. You got to turn your volume up, bud.
Oh, my volume's going up?
I can't hear you now, yeah.
No, I'm absolutely loving Crispin. And,
yeah, I don't see why, I really don't.
Yeah, but I think he's a fantastic actor. And you might think, it's like, well, that's a really bad movie with bad acting. No, the character is a douchebag.
I got a little bit of a revelation bomb drop. Crispin Glover sucks. He's always sucked. He will always suck.
He sucks. He's in your favorite fucking movie.
He has nothing to do. He is not the reason why I love Back to the Future.
Yeah, but I mean, he's an important part.
Oh God, no.
You really think he's a bad actor?
Yes, I do. He's herky-jerky, man. Look, River's Edge was badass because Dennis Hopper's badass.
Yeah, this is true.
Okay?
Who really stole the show? I think his name is Dennis Robards.
Yes, Dennis Roebuck. Yes. Daniel Roebuck.
Daniel Robards. Every time I see him in a movie, he captures.
I agree.
So you think he sucked in that film?
I think Crispin Glover. I don't like Crispin Glover. I never have.
You don't think that character worked in that particular
film?
It
worked in that movie, but I think it could have been played better. I think it could have been played better.
Recently, he insisted on doing it that way, and they were like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Because I think he was just being Crispin Glover.
No, I think he was a little deeper than that. I think he was trying to, like, I grew up with that heavy metal fucking Rip James mid-'80s bullshit, and you had these like characters like that, and I think he was imitating a California type person, even though they weren't. Well, actually, I think the movie took place in Northern California, but I mean, he was sort of imitating an LA mid-'80s asshole.
You know what the best part of it was, though? The best part of that whole scene was everything that he was talking about You can substitute the year that it came out, 1986, for 2015, and it fits. It fits. Why do you think Russia's gearing up to kick our asses?
Welfare cases, yeah. People bitching.
Why do you think the country's going down the tubes, man?
Warm even. I liked it. I think it worked in that film.
You know what he sounded like?
What?
He sounded like he was doing a Quentin Tarantino impression before Quentin Tarantino existed.
Yeah,
that's who he sounded like there.
I don't know. It's good. It's a good movie.
It is really, a good movie. I agree.
Like you're really missing out.
It's a badass movie.
It's like you'll recognize all the stars. It's a teen movie with some brains.
Yeah, I agree.
It's got brains, and no movies have brains.
If you like Stand By Me, but you wish it wasn't so hokey, go watch River's Edge.
Stand By Me, I don't consider Stand By Me hokey.
Oh, there's Lardass. The whole Lardass thing is not hokey.
Wordy story.
Standing on the railroad tracks with a duffel bag using it as a machine gun. I understand the undertones of the scene and what it meant.
They're fucking early 60s, late 50s.
Yes, I know, but I mean, I feel that there was a lot of scenes that were still very, very hokey.
But the culture they grew up around by our standards is culture. Hokey.
No, I understand that. It still does, just because it was portraying hokiness, it's still hokey. I mean, I get that they're portraying the era of hokiness.
I thought the movie meant something.
It does mean something. I'm not saying it doesn't. That's not what I'm saying at all. I think it's a great movie. It's probably a top 50 movie of all time. It's fantastic.
Independence Day is hokey.
Yes. No, that's campy. It's campy.
Yeah. I don't think Stand By Me is hokey.
But I'm not using it as a derogatory term.
Anything is hokey. To me, it's derogatory.
Oh, well, then...
Except for Independence Day.
I think you're mistaking hokey for campy.
Well, I like campy. Campy's deliberate. Hokey's like undelivered campiness. That's the way I see it.
Well, that's an interesting take.
That's the way I always saw it. Hokey's the bad word.
Hokey.
We're stupid on purpose.
I would rather be hokey than campy.
I'd much rather be campy than hokey.
Isn't that like the clear difference between the two of us?
Yeah, possibly. Sap.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Like, oh, it's cute. I like it's the Waltons Thanksgiving. Everybody, let's sit around and watch.
No, I couldn't do that. The Waltons, yeah.
That's hokey.
Good night, John Boy.
John Boy. I've actually never gotten through an episode of the Waltons. I have watched Little House on the Prairie though.
I don't want to get into this too much. I don't want to completely railroad the show here, but I am a little bit disheartened at the fact that knowing that Dukes of Hazzard is no longer on television, that it's taken out of circulation. I fucking love Dukes of Hazzard.
Police,
man.
The Thought Soldiers, they win another battle.
They won another battle there. And just quickly want to touch good on every single one of those NASCAR goers yesterday who showed up at the NASCAR race. I can't remember where it was at. They weren't doing it in hate. They were bringing their Confederate flags and they would not put them away. You know what? That's a good example of positive protesting. They weren't showing it in hatred. They were just saying, you know what? This is what we believe in. We're not doing it in a hateful manner. Leave us the fuck alone.
I don't care if it's racist or not. It just makes the liberals apoplectic, and that's what makes
that just makes you giddy as a schoolgirl.
It is racist.
Even if it is, it doesn't matter to you.
It is racist. Like some black guys like, it really bothers me as a signal of slavery. Is like, yeah. You're right, but this isn't about you. This is about pissing that fucking glasses-wearing weird white guy that I hate so much off. So I'm sorry.
Well, the good news is
for now.
The good news is it happened at a NASCAR event, so virtually no black people watched it anyway. So that's
what happened.
That's a positive. What the hell? What are they talking about?
Yeah, I think the thing's getting ridiculous. I mean, look, with businesses and stuff like that, that app, so you can't even play North versus South.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's getting a little ridiculous. Yeah. And the best thing about, or the most tragic thing about the whole thing is, that flag had nothing to do with those people getting killed.
Nothing.
And not only that, we stopped talking about those wonderful people.
Yes.
Those wonderful people in that wonderful community that is just like, all right, I'm not all into the Jesus stuff.
Forever changed.
Yeah, you forever changed, but also dealing with it in a manner. I don't like. First of all, it's my relatives. I want blood. Yeah. But these people, they have this belief system in Christianity that you turn the other cheek. And from what I've seen, the family members have done just that.
Yes, I haven't heard about any riots in that community.
They just and the tragedy that they've experienced. I don't even. There's no words that I have.
Yeah.
That can really give you an idea on the pain that this family has, and for them to kind of live up to their religious principles and walk, because I couldn't do that.
No, well, you got to think about the entire community. It's not just a family. The community of churchgoers lost 9 members of their parish, man, of their family, of their community.
This is what we should be talking about. This is what we should be talking about, not some fucking flag.
I agree.
This is disgusting.
It is disgusting.
It's repulsive. I don't even know why people are talking about it. And yes, I can see where black folks think it's bigoted. And yes, I can sort of see both sides of it. But it's a dumb conversation.
At this time, absolutely. It's an overreaction to a much greater problem.
That flag had nothing to do. I don't even see the greater problem because
no. I didn't say that. I said the greater problem that happened was the tragedy, the greater tragedy. They can't deal with that guy. They can't put a bullet in that guy's head. So all the fucking agenda drivers are going after something that was a symbol of hate for certain groups, the Confederate flag, because this kid happened to hold up a fucking picture with him and the flag.
That must have been it.
That must have been it.
And nothing to do with him being batshit crazy and hateful.
Of course not.
And how come every time some Arab goes and whacks a bunch of people, well, it's not all of them. You know, as soon as some white guy, like, finally, when's the last time a white guy did something like this? Not in my lifetime. Went to a black church, murdered 9 people?
Yeah, well, if the Confederate flag would have represented religion in any...
It's like, you white people need to check yourself. No, I don't have to check myself at all, asshole. I never thought of doing anything like that. And not only that, if I thought Dead on Dave was going to do it, and I'm not saying he said he would, I'd stop him.
Yeah, well, you could have used another name there, but yes, I appreciate that.
I don't got to check anything. This is not a reflection of white people. I don't even consider myself white. I'm fucking from New Jersey.
I tell you, you're white. I consider you white.
Yeah, well, I'm of European descent.
You're white.
Since when is this some wacko down south, some kook that I have nothing in culturally common with? Now I got to check myself? Well, this goes beyond saying the N-word in public, being unpolite. Fuck you, Obama.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with anything. This guy's a fucking Mad Hatter. To the first power.
But you know what? It's not dissimilar. In scope it is, but it's not completely dissimilar to what happened with 9/11, where the entire Muslim faith was hijacked by fucking some radicals. The extremist version of the religion. Now, granted, the regular religion is rather violent as well, and there's a lot of beliefs in there that are questionable. But still,
a horrible comparison.
And I don't think it's a horrible comparison at all.
No, it is because
it's a comparison I've heard many Muslim leaders use, so I don't think it's a terrible comparison at all.
Here's a problem. This is a different subject. Jihad is central to their belief. That's the problem.
If
you go to the Quran and Hadith, jihad is central to the belief.
But it's non-acting, except for the religious aspects of that faith.
It's not like Christianity, where us as Christians, we pick and choose and like kind of skip the violent parts. It's so central.
90% of Muslims living right now are living in complete peace and harmony. They're not hurting anybody.
That's not what you're talking the difference between like a jihadist and like a fundamentalist.
Talking about extremists.
A fundamentalist is not going to blow himself up, right?
I'm talking about extremism.
But he doesn't mind if somebody else does. That's the problem. You don't have a large amount of people in that community cherry picking their fucking their book like Christians do.
That is true.
You don't, because here's
that wasn't the crux of my
here's
comparison.
The just ugly truth. Because there's nothing. Look, we already talked about both Christian fundamentalists, Muslim fundamentalists. There's nothing wrong with being a fundamentalist. Assuming
no, I never used the word fundamentalist.
The problem is religion has no good fundamental.
You're going to a different argument.
Yeah. I know.
Completely different argument.
Because it's simply not true. Jihad is central to the belief. If you take Osama bin Laden, make it real quick. He is actually practicing his religion correctly. That's the thing nobody wants to talk about. He is doing the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s. He is the most conservative. He is that's the conversation.
But to the everyday, what I'm saying is to the everyday Muslim.
No, this is not
to the everyday Muslim that are not acting in that manner. Now they're all being portrayed this way. You think it's not right for just a Muslim man walking? Hold on, wait. It's not right that every single Muslim man that walks through an airport gets an awkward eye to him because of this shit.
I think that's garbage. I mean,
that's not right.
He's not even no, that's not right. But here's the thing: every time I turn a fucking movie, it's always some Muslim guy that they lead you to believe that he was the terrorist, and all of a sudden, he was not the terrorist. He was falsely concerned. I can't remember. What was that movie?
I was trying to stop the terrorist.
Yeah, he was. He was trying to stop the terrorist. It's bullshit. So, going back to what you were saying before. Yeah, when where you can compare it to Dylan Ruth is when some fucking wacko blows up. Or blows up something, some guy named Habib something, Well, that doesn't mean Habib down the street that runs the kiosks is A, for that shit. This is what you're talking about. A, for that shit, or would ever do anything like that, or is not horrified by it. I think in general, you're right.
That's what I was saying. The hijacking of a belief is what I'm saying.
See, it's not hijacking because jihad is central to the Quran.
No. I'm saying in the eye of public opinion, it has nothing to do with what the actual belief is.
I suppose. But if anything, the reformers, the people that want to make it less violent,
sure, they're the ones who are affected by it more.
Actually, but they're quite literally the hijackers because violence is central.
Yes, but they're not. But look, they're not acting on it. These people.
No. And look,
they're trying to make changes.
Here's the reality.
It's a different argument completely.
The reality is central to that belief system.
Sure, I'm not arguing that point.
Christians have no problem being hypocritical.
Yeah. They choose they use their religion like a salad bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's harder to do that in Islam, apparently.
Yeah, it's damn near impossible.
Harder to do that.
It's damn near impossible.
Well, free yourself. There's no heaven. There's no hell. Take care of your fucking family and shut the fuck up.
There you go. Have a nice day.
Maybe don't shut the fuck up.
Well, don't shut the fuck up, but have a nice day. Have a nice day. Let's move on to another little story. We got a kind of cool one. Netflix. Netflix is now projecting that by next year, they are going to have more viewers than any major U.S. television network currently going right now.
They won't have me.
They won't have you. But here's the reality. Netflix has changed the game of television, both on the side of networks and in the side of viewers. TV becomes more acclimated to like binge watching and like all that crap, on demand stuff. The more networks are kind of suffering and having to scramble and find new ways to get back their fan base. But the problem is they're not doing enough. They can't possibly compete with something as convenient and easy as online streaming. So my question to you is Netflix, Hulu, and all these on-demand streaming services eventually the absolute death of television as we know it?
I don't care. Good.
What a good answer.
I don't care. No.
I thought that was, I put a lot of work into that fucking segment, you dick.
I don't care. All right, good. I just a bunch of jerk offs gonna be out of a job.
Well, I think it's a little sad in this regard. When you look at the history of television, if you're into like the old NBC stuff,
that's like being upset over fucking 8 tracks going out of style. I mean, who gives a fuck?
I don't know. No. I don't think. No, that's a bad comparison. No, and by the way, I would probably be the guy who would be upset at 8 tracks going out of style.
Well, that's your problem.
But network television, how long has NBC, ABC, CBS been around? They've been around forever, man. They've been around for a very long time.
Name like 3 groups of people I don't like, and you name
But to think that they're not going to be around anymore in the traditional fashion, people huddled around a television watching. Watching. I harken back to like memories of the Beatles on the Sullivan Show and stuff like that.
You harken back. You were in a fucking.
I would know, but I mean, I like the idea of it.
I don't.
I do.
There's only like fucking 3 channels, and there was like 5 where I lived, and 3 in the Midwest. Who cares? And I'm glad that things are spread out. I'm glad things there's all sorts of information because it dulls their influence. Like there couldn't be a Walter Cronkite today. You know what I mean?
No.
Good. He was an asshole. Good. I hate television. I hate people that are in television. I wish nothing but misery on them. I hope they all lose their jobs. And long live the internet.
I miss Jim.
Good. Some was like, well, now that it is in, but this is the card.
No, you know what? He'd probably be agreeing with you 100%.
Good. I'm glad it's over.
He probably would have agreed with you 100% there too. That's the funny thing. Because if people haven't realized,
nicer to you about.
He's not. He's way meaner than you are. Really? If people haven't realized, the whole crux of this show is talking about how ridiculous I am. I mean, that's oh God! For him, it is.
I look at it that way when I do it. I'm yelling at all your friends.
Oh, okay. See, attack me more. You'll feel better.
That's enough. I fucking jerked around with you on the internet enough.
Yeah, jerk off. Here we go.
My thing is Matt. I like to make.
Yeah. Matt's your whipping boy. There's no question about that. Let's move into the world of Steam real quick. This is something, because I love Steam. We know that. I'm a big Steam guy. But it's rare when a video game company releases a game as a port, no less, that is so buggy, so terrible.
I heard about this.
So terrible that they have to pull it completely. It's even more rare when it's a AAA title. Batman Arkham Knight had to be completely pulled from Steam last week because it was so poorly ported.
That's what.
Rocksteady, the game's developer, has done something that actually it just doesn't really happen, but it gives a lot of hope to PC gamers. They pulled it completely, and in a statement, they said the developer, they offered an apology to those who have been experiencing problems with the game. They go on to ask the gamers to be patient as they work on an updated version of the game for PC. The final chapter of Arkham series can be enjoyed as it was meant to be played. It should be noted the PC port of the game
on
was
Xbox One.
Yeah, the PC port of the game was not handled by Rocksteady, but by Iron Galaxy Studios.
Yeah.
So,
that's your fault too, though.
Yeah. You picked the company.
Yeah, exactly. That's your fault too.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
really weird as it is anyway. They usually have the same teams. Like they'll have the Xbox team, the PlayStation 4 team, and the PC.
There has to be some continuity.
Yeah. Apparently they didn't have that.
There was nothing. They were like, "Here, take it, port it."
Yeah. Okay.
Didn't work.
Yeah, like that. Like they probably were just completely unprepared for a project like that. And
That's rare, though, man. To see a game get pulled like that, you don't see that very often.
yeah, but apparently
It's kind of refreshing.
totally broken.
Yeah, irrevocably broken.
Yeah.
This is not like getting stuck in a mountain during Skyrim.
Yeah, I'm like playing a game that is broken now. It's like an early access called.
But that's an alpha.
Yeah. It's like an alpha, so I mean, like you can expect the sleeping mats to hover 7 feet above the ground.
I want to play that game really badly.
It's really good.
What's the name of the game again, so people can know what you're playing?
H1Z1, and it's sort of a role playing game. Oh, and by the way, get a headset. You can't play without it.
Okay.
Because like somebody could come up to you and go, "Get your fucking hands in the air! I'll fucking blow your brains out!" And if you don't want to die, you better fucking be able to communicate.
That's funny.
You're probably gonna die anyway, but you have a chance. H1Z1 is the idea is they throw you in the middle of the zombie apocalypse, which there's a bunch of zombies running around, and well, not actually a bunch. It's not like what you're used to.
Yeah.
The whole thing is about collecting shit and surviving. You have to eat, drink, sleep, do that other stuff, and you got to keep it moving. You can't just stay in one spot and say, "Okay, nobody will get me over here."
Let's hold out.
Because that means somebody is going to rob you and more than likely kill you. Here's another thing, too. It's not like they do have a health bar, but if you take a bullet to the chest, you're not getting up.
Oh, God.
Yes, it's that. And so there's no, like what's the RPG elements? Well, the RPG elements are really actually more traditional in some sense where you actually interact with somebody. I suppose you can stay in character if you want to, but nobody does.
Sure.
That's probably a good thing.
That's funny.
And the fact that, like, there's no leveling system. Leveling is just like, all right, a shotgun is a more effective weapon to have than a fucking 9mm.
Yeah.
No, that's leveling. And the best part of this game, they finally invented a game after because me and not necessarily zombies, but me and John Premium Music, we used to fucking talk about having a game like this, right? Mm-hmm. Where like, because we used to play like D&D, like where you rip up your character, if it died, like you took the paper and were like, you know, if you get killed in this game, you start from zero.
Well,
and all you get is
there's other games that have been that in the past.
Yes, there is, but this is the first one that I was introduced to.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
I understand. You lose everything. I guess Eve would be another one.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
The only thing that you keep is the skills to build stuff, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because they're easily unlocked anyway. And
your body's been looted. Start over. That's funny.
Yeah, and you drop everything.
That's hysterical.
I got killed by a guy that was nervous. He stood in the shower while I was just going through this formerly zombie-rated home, and I literally just went down to open a cabinet, and all of a sudden I just heard, and that's it. Game over. And then you can talk when you're dead, which I don't think you should be allowed to do, but it's kind of like, I just said to him, I was like, man, if you just said you were there, I would have ran away or something. I'm not going to go up with a guy with a gun. I don't even have a gun. Yeah, he says, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take your AK and the ammo. I'll leave everything so you can come back. I'm not coming back here. It's fucking, like, the whole map's like 10 miles long. I don't even know where I am. Might as well just take all of it. He's like, okay, buddy, good game.
Oh, God, that's great.
It was awful.
People are going to be upset with that one. That's good.
Shit I ever had, too. Like, I had a bulletproof vest and stuff. And by the way, this shit is not easy to find. Like, you really got to, like, stumble on stuff.
That's
and like
hysterical.
you could get like unlucky, You know, like just hit everything and nothing's there. You could get unlucky. And by the way, don't feel like a pussy for playing this on low population, this H1Z1, because it's just as hard with nobody playing it than it is when it's packed. The only thing is when it's packed, it's completely insane.
That should be a lot of fun when it gets released.
It's already been.
It's going to be controversial too.
I'll give you. Yeah, well, the kids hate it because they have no patience. Yeah. I think most of the people are playing it. I noticed like are 30 and above.
I think it's going to catch a stronghold. I think it'll be a cool game.
It's free. It's going to be free.
I'm excited to play that. That'll be a lot of fun.
So let me tell you, like this is what it's like on a high pop server. So I spawn, I go to find a car, and two people, a man and a woman, start punching me in the fucking face, right? Like, and they almost kill me, but I had an arrow and I shot them both in the throat.
Oh, God.
But I had to fucking, because I was having trouble with my keyboard, I couldn't do it. And then after that, a wolf attacks me. And then this is like the thing that's so crazy about this game is like you don't get constant encounters like this. A wolf attacks me, and then I run away to bandage the wounds. And I bandage the wound, and this guy starts walking up to me really slowly that has a motorcycle helmet, and I know what's gonna happen. And I just yell like, Jesus Christ, I've been attacked 3 times in the last and he takes whatever with no loot, which I didn't even have time to get loot. He just walks up and is like, wow, you really didn't have anything, and walked away. You have to start again from 0.
That's hysterical.
Oh, it's good stuff.
That's hysterical. Yeah. Moving on the way out of the way of video game stuff, I want to talk about a story that we talked about a few weeks back. The hacking scandal of the St. Louis Cardinals. You know we don't talk a lot of sports here on There in the Jerk, but something has happened, so I want to talk about this just a little bit. Last week, the Cardinals let go Chris Carrera after an imposed leave of absence. A lawyer for the Cardinals executive said the lawyer for Chairman Bill DeWitt Jr. and GM John Mozeliak declined for comment on the reasons for his separation. Correa had been the focus of the Astros hacking case, according to sources, and that is from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. So what it seems like to me is this is your guy, folks, and now he's been fired. So this is probably the hacker, and they got rid of him.
Are they going to charge him with like wire fraud or something, or like the FBI is going to go?
Oh, if they distance themselves from him, it's had to be because charges are probably coming.
Yeah.
And they're like they want to be like.
Excuse me, Huffman didn't think anything was going to happen with this.
No. Well, he's right in as far as the terms of if they can just tie it just to this guy and there's absolutely nothing that links it to the rest of the organization, then he's 100% right. Nothing will happen. There will still be some kind of sanctions against St. Louis, but they won't be that big. If it's just this guy, which I'm sure it's going to be. You know what I mean?
I think he should move to Germany or something.
Go to Russia, get asylum.
Yeah.
It works.
Like Snowden.
Yeah, there you go. I have a novel idea for you.
Yes.
What if I told you, in the States right now, there was a grocery store that is sweeping the nation. Okay? They pride themselves...
Sweeping the nation?
They're sweeping the nation. They pride themselves on easy to an organized store or shit. The word
what? No, I don't.
Organization of the aisles.
Oh, really?
Really simplistic designs as far as how the aisle.
Because it was so hard to figure out where the hot dogs were before. The old, whatever the new system is, the old.
Hold on, because the simple store designs. Oh God, I'm fucking this up so bad.
Yeah, you're really blowing.
I am because the payoff's so good, and I fucked myself up so bad. Environmental real. Oh God, I'm fucking this up so bad. Environmental initiatives that have been implemented, such as customers bringing in their own bags and boxes and reusable things at checkouts, and if they don't have a bag there, they have to buy reusable bags. And an unconventional aspect of shopping cart policy, where to use a shopping cart, you have to put in a little coin or quarter to return and get your shopping cart. Does any of this sound familiar to you?
Yeah.
It should, because the store is Aldi, something that you and I know very well. Yeah, you see, I told you the payoff was good.
Like awesome. Like everybody else is like, what the fuck is Aldi?
Now, Aldi is a store that we know here in Germany very well. It's one of the biggest grocers here in Germany. And the best part of it, why it's taken over the States, is because aside from the simplistic designs, it only holds like 1,400 items in the store, and 90% of those products are private labels, so that helps for bigger savings. It's cheaper than Walmart. It's blowing people away. There's 1,400 stores nationwide, and it employs 19,000 people in 32 states. This new, they're expanding to 45 more stores, and it's creating another 1,100 jobs by the end of 2016.
Fantastic news.
It's awesome.
Old capitalism.
A German grocery store. Aldi. Man, I wish I wouldn't have stumbled so much over my notes there.
Yeah, you did. Don't worry.
Terrible. I'm really bad at everything I do.
No, you're fine.
But the payoff was good. Here's a great little story. People are freaking out right now. You ever drink a bottle of Sobe?
Yes, I used to, but they're disgusting. But
They are disgusting. Well, people are freaking out right now because apparently there was this campaign for some reason that on the bottom of the caps, there's always messages. Mm. Well, on the bottom of certain caps, there's been "Help me, trapped in Sobe factory." And customers were calling and freaking out and going crazy. So all of this overreaction to it has led Sobe to release this. We are planning on removing this cap slogan from our current rotation. However, it will take a while for existing stock to run through the market. So you're going to continue to find these trapped in the Sobe factory bottle caps. Now the question is, why is this a big deal? Why are people caring so much, and why are they overreacting? Do you know why?
No.
Because this shit has happened for real in the past. Believe it or not, there is actual precedent of people being held against their own will in companies, in corporations, in manufacturing plants, and using the product to hide messages to get out to the public. It happened last year in a Chinese factory.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a letter was found in a box of Halloween decorations at Kmart.
Wow.
At Kmart. The New York,
real, or it sound like bullshit?
No, this is real. This is 100% real. The New York Times actually broke the story and identified the man who wrote the letter. He was imprisoned in a labor camp where inmates toiled 7 days a week for 15 hours a day, haunted by sadistic guards. And if you think it can only happen in China, BuzzFeed pointed out that there were cases in factory abuse here in the United States. Some employees in manufacturing industry right there in the good old USA work for 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, according to the Trafficking Resource Center. You believe that shit?
Whoa! They're making people do that.
Making people.
That's illegal, right?
That's illegal. Yes.
I bet that's bullshit.
Something so awful cannot be true.
No, it's not even that. I bet it's. I'm sure there's like then you find out it's like, well, it's optional overtime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if that were the case.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So.
But still, the China one is actually kind of crazy.
I can believe that.
Yeah, it's China. What do you expect? Yeah.
I can believe that.
It is.
I bet that's fun. The other part's bullshit. You
So
know, it's like we have a rape culture in the United States. No, we don't. We don't. The Middle East does. We don't.
We don't. I agree. So those are all the main stories I have. There is one more thing that happened today that I wanted to talk about. It's pretty awesome. Greece.
Yeah.
Greece, a big no vote. No vote on all of the what's the word? Referendum?
Yeah, referendum.
Yeah. Big no vote on all of that. And we were going to try and explain to everybody exactly what it meant, but we decided that a real life situation.
We got to give them a little background, like what they voted no for, and then
we'll hit them up, because I know you'll explain.
We'll explain it. We'll explain what's going on. We'll explain it in street terms. Right?
Okay. You explain in technical term, and I will translate.
It basically breaks down like this: Greece is broke, flat fucking broke. As of Sunday, they only had They ran out of the $500 million they had on Friday. Whenever you're listening to that's not an exaggeration.
No, it's very true.
That's not fucking around. The banks, the government, everybody's out of money. Up until this point, Greece has basically been funded by the other countries inside of the European Union, namely Germany, the only one that's making money, the country we live in. After this weekend, the Greeks were unable to pay their debt and deliver that money to the International Monetary Fund, which is where you pay back your debt. And what they're doing is they're basically paying back the repeated. I think it's up. I could be wrong about this. It's up to 5 bailouts they've had.
Yeah.
Since 2009, I think it's 5 bailouts. Of course, none of it's worked. They're not like exactly in the black, or was it the black or the red? I forget, Dave.
The black. No, the red.
The black.
Red's bad. Black's good.
So what happened was all the IMF, the creditors, the other countries basically came to Greece and said, look, we're going to give you another bailout, but after you kind of like fuck the other 5 up, we're going to be able to control that. And that means what we're going to do is we're going to be able to tell you what you can and can't spend money on. So the same thing doesn't happen a 6th time in a row. Well, apparently the Greek people, the Greek government, who elected a far left wacko government, said, no, you give me money because you give me money. That's it. That seems to be their MO. They're pretty much counting on the fact that nobody will let them starve to death. So they had a vote on a proposal by the EU, yes or no. That was the referendum.
Yep.
Referendum's vote. Whether to take the bailout, which comes with some restrictions, or not, by 60%.
63, 64, whatever it was.
Yeah. They told them no.
It's like, go screw.
It's ironic to me because it's not like they're holding the cards here. So what me and Dave are going to do,
we're gonna explain it in simple terms.
If this is complicated, in simpler terms, with smaller amounts of money that you might know. Yeah. And this is essentially, Dave will play Greece.
I'm Greece.
And I will play the EU.
You're Merkel. I want to call you Merkel.
No, call me Tommy.
Okay. Before we do, I want to make sure that I let everybody know black is good, red is bad. If I didn't say that properly the first time. Black is good, red is bad. All right, so basically, here we go. Okay. Hey, Tommy, man.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that $10,000 you loaned me last month.
Yeah.
It was great.
I'm expecting my payment for at least part of the interest.
Well, okay, about that, I'm not going to pay you. But I can't pay you. But here's what I want. I need you to loan me more money. And I can pay you back if you are able to loan me that money. I can pay you back all of it.
So what you're telling me is I loan you the money, and you're going to invest that money, and you're going to be able to take care of your stuff and actually pay me back.
Yes, that's what I want to do. Yeah.
Here's the problem with that. You told me that the last fucking 5 times.
Well, that didn't work out. I mean, come on, buddy.
But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to loan you the money.
Oh, okay, great.
I'm going to loan you money. But here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you how to invest it, and I'm also going to go into your little, pleasure room, and tell you you can't go for beers every weekend. You can't, buy the heroin you're used to buy. We're going to cut back on the funsy shit, and I am going to tell you how to invest that money.
Well, that's not going to work for me in those terms. Well,
it doesn't matter if it works for you. You owe me $10,000, and you're asking for more. So this time, when you get the money, here's what you're going to do. You're going to do what I can fucking tell you.
No. Hold on. Wait. I got a couple of friends that are kind of in this with me. No, Tommy, they voted no. They said no.
Oh. What the fuck do they have to do with anything? You owe me $10,000.
But that's not going to work for us. I don't know what to tell you. By the way, also, just so you know, if you decide to loan this to me, and even though you don't get to tell me anything, this money there's not going to be any interest on it.
Well, how could I make the money back?
You just got to trust me. I'm going to give it back to you.
But I trusted you 5 other times.
Well, there was complications in the world, man.
Well, here's the complication. You owe me $10,000 a lot of fucking money. And I can't give it to you. In fact, you're kind of at my mercy right now. If I don't give you another loan, you're going to fucking starve to death. How dare you say no to me?
You're not going to let me starve. You don't hold anything. You love me.
That's what it comes down to right there.
There you go.
That's it. And
well done, sir.
And here's the thing that's so frightening about that.
They're probably right.
This sounds really sick on my part. I'm glad. When I saw yesterday, I was glad they voted no. And I don't understand it because I don't understand self-entitlement at that level. But when I was a kid, I always say this to Dave, that we had the Soviet Union to point to for unbridled socialism and
Sure.
say, hey, look, this is where that goes. This is the end of the road. It's the Soviet Union. It's authoritarianism. It's poverty, right? I'm thinking that Greece will slip so far into the third world because only a bailout will obviously only just kick the can down the road.
Yeah.
Another bailout is gonna kick it. Well, so that we can actually point to something again and say, this is what unbridled socialism does.
Sure.
You know, so, I mean, and that's what you tell Bernie Sanders when he's running for president. Like, that's where it ends. Well, no, not with me. No, it always ends there.
Bernie Sanders, get into the time machine, Marty. Hurrah.
Here's the not funny part. People are probably going to have to starve to death.
People are going to die over this.
I mean, or poverty, I mean, or Greece could look a little more like, poor parts of Mexico.
Yeah.
You know, or something like that. I don't know nobody knows what's going to happen because this never happened.
It's unprecedented.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that stubbornness, like if you thought Dave was being an asshole, that's what the no vote was.
Yeah, it really was.
You give me money because you give me money, even though I waste all your other money. And we're not even getting to the fact that they lied to bondholders. And it gets way more complicated than that. But if you don't understand the Greek situation, that's what it is. It's a friend with a gambling problem.
That's exactly what it is. Guy who likes to have a little too much fun.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. Yeah.
It's like this. I mean, you've heard stories like this. Like, okay, I'm going to give you $10,000, $100,000 to go pay off the fucking bookies that they're hiring mob guys to kill you. And the guy drives through fucking Reno and blows it.
Yeah, he's like, if I could just turn this around, I'm telling you, one lucky streak.
That's basically it.
It's exactly what it is.
And it's sad. And it's happening right now in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They went broke. They have unbridled socialism.
Yep.
And they don't have the money. It's a little island. It's not even. Is there a million people on that island?
I don't even think there is.
They have now they're broke, and now guess who they want money from?
And guess where we're headed, folks. You know how much money we owe the Chinese? A lot. We're not. It's insane. But
The thing is, it's like, well, the solution isn't austerity. Austerity isn't a government program.
No,
austerity is a fucking consequence. It's like this: you can't pay you can't afford to pay your cell phone bill. That means you got to cut back on your trips to McDonald's.
Yep.
That's austerity.
Yeah.
It's not. It just happened. I can't afford to go to McDonald's anymore because I got to pay. I got to have a phone.
Personal accountability, folks.
I mean, if this sounds simple to you, that how could it? That's how stupid it is.
Yep. It's insane.
Because that's what socialism does to you. It makes you deny the laws of economics.
There you go. Good show.
Yeah.
Good show. I thought it was a really good show. So go ahead. Make sure everybody checks out. I'm going to do the plugs here. Make sure everybody checks out Tommy C over at Shot from the Point, the most badass hockey channel on YouTube. Make sure you check him out. He just had a great show last night, Shot from the Point Live, which happens each and every single Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Will not happen this Sunday, however, because it's the summer months and things are slowing down. So, but you can still go for him for all your hockey needs. I'm sure if anything breaks, Tommy will be there to let you all know what's going on. So,
yeah.
Tommy C, Shot from the Point. Make sure you check him out. Also, our good friend Joe Cronin over at the Joe Cronin Show. Make sure you check him out. I'm there quite often doing all kinds of different shows with the wacky, insane Joe Cronin. We have a good time. So make sure you check that out as well. Also, if you want to represent this channel, if you want to rep Dead on Dave Productions, make sure you go over to Spreadshirt.com and check out Dead on Dave Productions on Spreadshirt.com. And you can see all my wonderful merchandise. You can drink from my face in the legendary Copious Cup, or you can wear my face on your person. You can even get a Copious Club shirt. All these designs were made by the incredibly talented Isaac Rojas. So make sure you go check all that out and support the channel in a nice little way. Other than that, that's all I got. You got anything else for the kids out there?
Because this is summertime and nobody gives a shit about hockey, I had a really good show Sunday. And if you haven't seen it left, it's really good because nobody watched it. Because, it's tough to talk about hockey.
Sure.
But it was actually one of the better ones. I think you'll laugh. I think it'll definitely get a laugh out of it. So watch Shot from the Point live. And we're taking a week hiatus. Wow.
Boom.
The news just died. So I'm going to
It's
do more.
dead.
No.
Yeah. Go watch baseball. Stay out of the heat, kids. And we'll see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Nerd and the Jerk. That's all I got. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you next time.
Like Jim.
That's right. Peace.